Hello, we back.
We here, huh?
Accountability partners.
Indeed.
Accountability partners.
It's us.
It says actual recording is at a higher quality. So we're gonna be alright. It just popped up on the top of the screen. I will take
It
that.
say it's
I will take
uploading.
that.
What's uploading?
It's loading up. It's getting us ready. It's getting us ready. It's loading it up how it's supposed to be loading it up.
Huh.
What's up, my guy, man?
Oh man, I can't say it's something wrong, but everything could be a little bit more crispier. But I ain't doing no complaining. Feel me? It's just we striving on a
We
daily
could be
basis.
doing better.
You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna
All
complain.
of us, though.
Yeah,
All of us.
I ain't gonna complain though, feel me? Cause I like to say I'm in alignment. So when things go a certain way for me, it's because I feel that it's going that way because I'm really stepping how I'm speaking, and so I feel like that's my reward when I feel, when that certain thing happened and line up in a particular way that I needed it to line up, or that I didn't even know it was gonna line up. But that's what I call being in alignment. But when I say that, I say, man, I really can't complain because just how I've been living, just being a dad and standing in that, it feel good, you know, actually being here.
Pops.
Yeah, and
Pops.
I get to see I get to see these things, you feel me, him on a day to day basis, week to week. Now he a month old, so it's like, you know, I'm in bliss for real. I'm good. Feel me? What about my God?
You know, I look at us as two of the sacrificial lambs for this movement, for this accountability partners movement, and trying to get other people to jump on it. Um, I look at you and I look at myself, and I'm overly proud to say my chest stick out so much when I tell people that we are on an upward trajectory. Um,
No bet.
and I want to go a little bit into that and kind of get us both to expand on, maybe possibly what that, uh, not what that success looks like, but, where we trying to get to, where we going. So I got a couple questions for us. I want to start with this one.
Shoot.
Uh, what does highest potential mean to you?
Um, Highest potential to me means that, like I started this off, man, like striving every day. We moving towards whatever goal we had set forth, whether it be small, medium, or large. Like every day we stepping towards that goal. Like we doing something, whether it's minuscule or major. Like we really putting that time in, that energy into our highest potential. I mean, not saying that we not gonna be it today, tomorrow, or the next day, but we trending in the right, in the right direction. So that's pretty much what it mean to me.
For sure, for sure. Um, I feel like the obvious answer is like, me to be like big house, nice car, wife, kids. You know what I mean? But what I want to add to that um, is like being one with self. I feel like that's something I'm still like working on. I get a lot of flowers. I ain't gonna say I get a lot, but I get my flowers, especially as of late. And even with the flowers, I'm still questioning myself. I'm still questioning what I'm doing. I'm still questioning if I'm making the progress that I feel like I'm making or I feel like I should be making. And I'm learning constantly that, I am my biggest critic. So I would say highest potential for me is like being one with self and being in alignment, you know what I mean, with where I'm going and the pace that I'm getting there. You know what I mean? That is, I feel like a big struggle of mine. I'm not doing certain things that feed into instant gratification, but my mind is still there. I still want to be successful yesterday. You know what I mean? And trying to get, like I said, in tune with self and understanding like it's part of the journey and the testimony is My definition, I would say, of highest potential.
I say
Um,
to not to stop you, but to what you just said, I feel like that's the epitome of it. Like you don't feel like you, because your potential is so high, you feel like you have so much more potential. So it's like you not there yet. Yeah, of course, everybody gonna feel like that. That's natural. You feel me? Because we all, like you say all the time, we always gonna look at our flaws first. Feel me?
for sure.
So not even saying that those are flaws. You feel me? In your case, not even saying those are flaws. It's just that on a day-to-day basis, you feel like you could be doing a whole lot more. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that's,
How would you suggest that me or my anybody else, um, lock back into the focus of what we're doing instead of like what we don't have? You know what I mean? Because the everyday getting up out of the bed and going after the dream or the goal or whatever is, I feel like, an accomplishment in itself. How do you suggest I get up, and strive past the negative thinking?
I mean, at the end of the day, what you gotta, I mean, me personally, I'm gonna say this. It's a few questions that I ask myself on a day-to-day basis. What's the most important thing to me? And I answer that, at this point is, of course, my son, but being here for my son. What will I have for him when it comes time for him to start moving around and all that? What did I set up? You feel me?
Message.
So
That was a message, bruh.
not,
That was a message, bruh.
I'm
I got to start doing that. What's the most important thing to me? You just woke my soul up with that.
I mean, because what's
You
gonna
just
make you
woke me up, bruh.
strive? What's gonna really make you strive the most? Like at the end of the day, because you already know what mattered to me. It used to be my hood, my section, like, and I used to bang that shit every day, and I didn't care about the consequences, positive or negative. You feel me? Like that's just what it was. So now, my my priorities and what I hold dear and all that then flipped on. You feel me, on his head. So now it's like every day that I wake up and I move outside and I be like, okay, well, if somebody was to say this to me, I'm gonna just keep on walking because at the end of the day, I know who I am. I know what you're not going to do to me. You know what I'm saying? So I just keep on pushing. And it's just so many things that we can attach that to, not even just violence or whatever. Like we can just attach that it any conversation, if it's not forwarding what I got going, my agenda or our agenda, I'm not spending that time talking to you like that. You feel me? It's gonna be a little quick little conversation and I gotta go because it's not
I,
furthering
I want to add to
we.
that, bruh. I want to add to that real quick. As far as like, asking yourself, what's the most important thing to you? And what I want to add, like I said, you got me so motivated right now because I can use that question as a measuring stick, right? So once I ask
Oh,
myself that question and I answer it, if something comes towards me, whether it be negative or something that I don't really want to do, I can measure my reaction or my response to it. Because, when I answered the question, it was like, none of this that's going on right now was important to me. So it shouldn't be able to take away, you know what I mean? Like, bro, that is powerful. I need to start asking myself that as soon as I brush my teeth. Like, bro, what is the most important thing to you, bro? Because that way, when it's just you keep saying it, but when we get in alignment, it feels good, bro. And it's like no step is wasted. You know what I mean? And I definitely need to get to that point. But you got me fired up right now. Like, I don't know why I haven't asked myself that question more often.
but
You know what I
that'll
mean? 'Cause I know
that'll
I've
that'll
asked
quickly prioritize everything for you. You feel me? Like literally.
it quick. Your whole day. What's important, especially if you break it down to what's important to you for the day. What is important for me to get done today? I gotta go see my PO. I gotta go. You know what I mean? Like, once we narrow all that down, bro, it's like it's smooth sailing. And then another thing too about that, like you said, is like you have a destination, you have a goal for the day. Once that's already lined up, you're not gonna let anything take you off of that
Period.
because you already got your important list. Message, man, message,
And
message,
and mind you, like
message. I love that.
when you just said that, when you was just like that's a message, like it did go off in my head like that's a message. But when we start like breaking that down, what that actually looked like and what it like, I start thinking, I'm like, damn, that is a message. Like it be shit like that, bro, where I be like, like you said the other time, like, bro, sometimes you just be saying shit, you feel me, and like that really be it, like that really be one of them ones, and I don't be realizing I'm doing it, you feel me, most of the time, but man,
And to the people, that's how you know that this is not scripted. This is real. We are analyzing what we feeling, what we thinking, and sometimes it'd be like, bruh, do you really feel like that? You know what I mean? And we've done that a few times. You know what I mean? So to the people, man, we want you guys to understand that this is not commercial content. You know what I mean? This is two people trying to figure it out in the open, and allowing y'all to come into our space and see where we at. Because sometimes, a lot of times, bro, when we get done podcasting, I'll be in the bed and I'll be like, damn, I could have said that different. Or I take something that you said and be like, I'm gonna apply that. Like, so it's like the after effect. It's kind of like it's funny. You know, when you cook some good food and then it like sit in the refrigerator to the next day and the season is even way better. Like that's how I feel when we get done. Like man, when they get this and like let's say we dinner should do that. We should go back to our first episode and like not necessarily make a remix of it, but elaborate on it and like find little stuff that we could add to. You know what I mean? Because that was, you know what I mean? It's like it's so much stuff we could do, bro, to go back over and be like, bruh,
I
we could
could
have
say
added this, we
this
could have took away from that.
to that, just to that specific point. I've done that when you told me to go get scheduling, go get on my shit. Like like I told you, no bullshit. I watched each one, and so and I looked at and I analyzed that without. And you just said that was last week. You just said that now, but I thought about that. I'm like, man, just like, what if we were to like live, you feel me, like watch our own podcast, that first podcast, and my thought was, see, where did we grow, where did we get better, right? And but I also was like, man, if we watch that and then we talk about that same subject, like where are we at
It's gonna
now
be
with it,
different.
you feel me, like literally I
For
was just
sure.
thinking about that, but I was like, me personally, I wouldn't want to talk about that because it got worse.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not even about the young niggas no more. It's literally dudes our age and older, like that's literally turning into the young niggas. And so
I
it's
mean, but we could still dive into it. Don't necessarily have to be that episode, but I'm not scared of that episode either because it's like it's only gonna not necessarily prove, but it's gonna be a point of evidence to show like, man, we was talking about this a minute ago, and it's gotten worse, and it's gotten up to the point where it's not a youngster thing no more.
it's
You know
definitely
what I
not.
mean? So we could definitely go back there, and I don't really feel like the whole episode was about that.
No, no, that
Um,
was just one of them ones that I had keyed in on. You get, that was just that one that I
for
keyed in
sure.
on.
Yeah, I feel like we could definitely go back there, and it's like, and what we would be doing is doubling down on it.
Yeah,
Like when we get raw, bro, with this stuff, we're gonna be having little conversations, and we're gonna make a point, and then we'll be able to put a video or a clip of something while we're talking.
right.
You know what I mean? It'd be like, this is what we were talking about when we said wooty wooty woo. Like that's where we at right now. Hold on. Ugh. That's where we at, bro. So I feel like if we if we start like breaking it down to a science on like uh having a point that we want to make, like how we've been prepping with questions, and then be like, okay, let's go get our evidence. So when we speak on it, we can put our evidence in the edit. That makes sense?
Yeah,
That's when we get to that point, bro. Ain't nobody gonna be able to mess with us, cause it's evidence out there for us every day being put online. I mean, this dude is 40 something and he on here gangbanging. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, take care of his kids, like whoop, whoop, whoop. Like we could go break it down, bro, heavily. You know what I mean? So I'm not scared of it. I'm not scared of it. I got another one for you. Uh, was there a turning point in your life where you realized you needed accountability?
man, I realized it young, but I didn't take it serious young. Like, it was just bad habits that I had that stayed with me. And so whether that be, of course, decision making, that was number one, but I'm just saying, like, now under decision making comes everything else. You feel me? The money habits, the spending, the unnecessary spending as a young nigga. Even though I didn't have no money, I was robbing and taking, and you feel me? Did never had a job, so shooting dice, this, that, and the third, but always not having and having to go get more. You feel me? As what's the name said, the ski mask way. You feel me? So it's like these bad habits came with me, and so when I got in the pen, it was like, all right. Well, it came to a certain point where it was like I gotta look myself in the mirror, and how I've been living. Like, what is that? You can't say that I've been doing cool. You feel me? Like, yeah, I'm in prison. I'm living. I got an Xbox, this, whatever. What is that? Who am I? You feel me? Like, I was still connected to the we. I was still on French time. Feel me? We, what we doing? What when we gonna go here? When we gonna do that? Like, nah, it was like then it came to a point where I was like, yeah, I mean, I knew who I was, but I didn't all the way know singly who I was. I knew who I was around the group.
For
Feel me?
sure.
But once I locked in and keyed in on who Jordan was, you feel me? That's when it was like, yeah, I've been needed this turning point. You feel me? Like it was, but that came around like 2013, 2014, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not. Cause once everything go, once you know them highs and lows up in there. Like I went on a high to where I was like, I had a lot of money, and then when that low came, it was like, yeah, I ain't even feel me. Like that don't even mean that much to me no more. Like feel me. So it was that turn. It came to that point where I was just like, yeah, I need it, and I went and got it.
Hmm. Um, for myself, I feel like there were a few times, and I'll say like the first couple times I kind of like shied away from it and backed away. Uh, but I feel like it kind of started to click like 2015, 2016. One of my partners, AB, from San Ho, we was in the pen, and bro gave me this book, right? And I started laughing when he handed me the book because I'm like, fuck. Somebody did. I had like three people try to give me the same book while I was in Cali, right? I just was like, I'm not reading this book, right? So, but I kind of want to speak on this point, and I want the audience to hear this part. When AB brought me the book, I still had the same like feeling, like brushing it off, but I respected him so much that I was like, I gotta check this out. If bruh read this, if bruh thought this was something, I'ma check this out. So what I'm trying to say to the audience is, please take advantage of your influence. Um, if you have a voice in somebody's ear and you can tell them the truth, you owe them that. You say all the time, bruh. You know what, you owe it. You know what I mean? If you know it, bruh, like if somebody is trying to get up under your wing or whatever, it ain't got to be no mentor kind of thing. Just keep your circle tight. Make sure everybody around you is on the same height for me. And I've been like a big pusher on that as far as like making sure that if I had information, I give it away for me, and I get that from that situation. And I tell him about it all the time, like bro, like somebody tried to give me that book, a couple people tried to give me that book, and I wasn't really entertaining it, but I had so much respect for you that I opened it up.
What's that
And
book?
if I'm being real, that was one, huh?
What's that book?
Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren.
Read that? Yes, indeed.
Um,
Yes, indeed.
and that bro, that book started it for me. That book started it for me. That book was the first time that I started looking in the mirror, and I say I ain't been able to not look in the mirror since. Like, you know, my point or what I want to make sure I highlight is like I would have never read that book if I didn't have respect for that individual. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm happy that he used his influence and his respect to lace me up. Like, bro, you need to go get a dose of this. You know what I mean? And I took it. I'm happy I did.
It's crazy because it was one. I got a story as well, just like that, which you know, like one of my older homies from the hood. He had told me he was like, grabbed this book because he knew I was thugging in there, feel me, in Mississippi. I was thugging super, like, feel me. I'm on the phone as we speak. Yeah, bro, whoop, whoop, you feel me? He like, bro, you on the, nah, I'm on the cell phone. I don't know what you talk about. But he like, read Ian Van Zant. And so I had grabbed that book, but mind you, that was the book that was like made me want to get into that type of reading. But the book that made me actually be like, oh yeah, I'm finna, this turnaround finna be real, was Think and Grow Rich,
Dive
Black
in.
Choice.
Yeah,
You feel
for
me?
sure.
And you know the first story in either one of those books is the man that's digging for gold. You feel me? One man stopped and right another foot away, you feel me? It was the man struck gold, you feel me? So it was like that was just another seed that was planted. And so it was like, or as I like to say, those mini bombs, you know what I'm saying? That was just a mini bomb that just got placed, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, if I didn't get put on with Iyanla Van Zant, I probably still would have been reading urban novels. You know what I mean? But that was the book that initiated me to like start thinking where I'm supposed to be thinking. You feel what I'm saying?
And what's that book called?
Uh Iyanla Van Zant, that was the makings of a man,
Yes, sir. I want to say you told me about that. I still haven't even read it, but I know she raw though.
for sure.
I used to, out of state, bro. We had the cable,
Iyanla
so I
fixed my
used to watch
life
her little. Yeah, she used to have a little episode on or show on the Oprah Winfrey Network, and it was she had this show where it was like parents with their kids, just trying to like mend the relationships. I was like, man, this lady is raw. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, and I don't know if you ever used to be like tripping off ABC News, and they have like that book club thing.
Close the door.
Like once a month, they'll post like the best books. So I used to be looking at that, and I seen her have a couple little spots on there too. So I'm like, yeah, she really raw for real.
Hey, bro, you might finna say something to me too, bro. You might. I just want to let you know that, bro. I've been fiddling with this, and you told me you not finna. Oh, let me see first. Let me see before I say something, bro, because I might be out of pocket.
Oh my god,
Oh no, I
I
didn't
think
get
you
that.
out of pocket already.
Nah, that was the little, but it got the hole over it, so nah, that wasn't it.
Oh, like taking the plastic off.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be it. I thought that was gonna make it clear.
You messing up my podcast right now,
My
taking
bad,
yourself out the
man. My
screen,
bad,
sir.
man. I thought.
That little old hole yeah, come on, man. You got the screen protector still on there. No, it's still good. It looked like it was over it.
Yeah,
But I had did one the other day, bro, and I got straight thumb mark over my camera. I could see it. So I'm like, man, let me go get me a little microfiber rag and see if I could break it down a little bit.
yeah. Oh my. Oh, hold on, bro. I'm tripping, bro. Oh, well, that's for the next
Let me
one.
pause. I'm gonna pause real quick. I'm gonna pause real quick. I'm gonna pause.